build a custom home, it's because we never say no. And so when you build with Clark Custom Homes, we give you all the options to make as many changes as you need to. We want to really design a home that fits your needs, your style, your desires. So from concept, from standing out in the pasture to the final design, we work with you every step of the way. We've got a herringbone pattern right here in the floor. This wasn't actually originally planned for. It was just going to be the planks going with the length of the room. But the client said, hey, can we do something unique? So we actually did this in the entry, and we did it again in the formal dining room as well. So it's just something that we can add that has a little special touch. This is our luxury series. As you can see behind me, we've got custom cabinets, custom marble granite on the walls over here. Nothing is off limits in our luxury series. We're going to help you design it from start to finish. And anything you can, if you can imagine it, we can build it. We're walking into the client's office right now. And one of the features that he wanted in his office was the hidden room. Maybe somebody can tell me where the hidden door is in here. It's actually right here, and it doesn't have door pulls installed yet. We've actually built this to look just like a cabinet. And so when you go in, there's a little storage space back here. So it's very private. You would not know it's there. And we can do this with anything. We can do this with kitchens, Butler pantries, in your private office. In our luxury series, I know we often have variant requests. So typically we would just have a single level cabinet or island. And so these customers actually wanted a two-tiered or two-level island that you see here. And then often in our classic series, we would tile the backsplash. These customers actually asked for a slab of quartzite for their backsplash. So no tile, something a little bit different than what we normally do in our classic series, but of course this is our luxury home. We're in the Butler pantry right now, and one of the requests was to actually have a sliding table so that way we could pull it out and move it around. And so we were actually going to put this thing on hinges, like cabinet hinges, that way it didn't have any of this play in it, but the client requested that they'd be able to completely remove it and then push it around as a rolling island. So it tucks away nicely behind me, but then we could roll it into the living room, into the kitchen, dining room, and use it for serving or to do more counter space.
So in here in the Butler pantry, we have steam oven going in here. So we have water and a drain back behind this wall. Some recipes like sourdough, it's important to have steam in your ovens. All of their goodies in here.
Our client had a very specific request. They wanted this tile. As you can see, it's very thick and it's very heavy. I've only got a small piece here, but they want it suspended here 16 inches off the ground. Doesn't sound like a big deal, right? Suspend tile 16 off the ground, but there's nothing here. It's a floating vanity. So it took the tile guy, the framer, my project manager, me, designing, drawing, trying to figure out, hey, how do we suspend this? Easier said than done. We never say no. This client actually asked for an interior courtyard. And it's not something that we do just a ton of. And so, of course, we said, no problem. With a courtyard, it's literally inside the home. And of course, we have drainage issues. So when we designed this thing, we may have over-engineered it because I was terrified of it flooding. So we actually put drains in every corner and then a drain in the center. So I don't think there's any way at all ever that it would overflow. But there was a lot of interesting things because then we had to waterproof up the walls. This was a gigantic shower. And so we brought a lot of our interior finishing, like what we know about waterproofing with Schluter membranes and zip systems. We brought all that stuff in and incorporated it into our courtyard because obviously we want it to last forever. And so with our water feature, if we only had one water line coming in right here, we'd have a ton of water coming out of this one and then maybe just a little trickle out of these two. So with this, we had to run 3 separate water lines to distribute the flow equally with our water feature. When we're in the design phase, or actually when we're doing our electrical walk, we ask, hey, what kind of vehicles do you have? Is there a possibility you may ever want an electric vehicle such as a Tesla? If you do, we want to go ahead and pre-wire the house. You may not need it, you may not ever use it, but it's super inexpensive and it's easy to do while we're in the frame stage and we're doing the electrical walk with the client. So where we're standing right now, this is actually the second garage or the third garage. I don't know how you count garages when you have 3 of them on separate sides of the house. But yeah, in this third garage, of course, we've wired for the possibility of having an electric vehicle if the need were to arise.